All right, hello everyone. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're located across the planet Earth. My name is Alex, and I'm part of the CCR development team. And I also handle tech support along with the rest of our crew, including Mike, Annie, and Sarah. So we'd like to welcome you to our second CryptoCoin Rankings webinar, in which we're going to show you around our premium members area and talk about all the new features and benefits you get by being a CCR member. Now I see we already have a few existing CCR members, and for some of you who missed out on the webinar the last time around, this will be a nice introduction to some of the features that you missed out on or you haven't been able to pay attention to. So please pay close attention here. Just for the sake of brevity, I'm going to be using the term CCR as a short form for CryptoCoin Rankings. And we'll try to keep this webinar brief and to the point. The main presentation will take approximately 45 minutes. For those of you who've already attended the webinar before, this will be more of a recap, but we will be talking about a couple of new tools that we added to our repertoire. In any case, this webinar will be recorded and made available later on our website. So if you have anyone else who's interested in attending this webinar, they will be able to access the recording later on. So no worries there. Okay, I hope everyone can hear me clearly. Just use the chat section and just give me a quick shout out so I know everyone can hear. All right. Okay. All right, that's looking good. Okay, perfect. So before we get started, for those of you who are completely new to CryptoCoin Rankings, I'd like you to check out our premium webpage, which is at this link over here. That's CryptoCoinRankings.com/premium, and this is what the main webpage looks like. All right, so when you go through this entire site, it'll give you a detailed explanation of all the various features and benefits that we have in CCR. And you can bookmark this link and take a look at it at the end of the webinar, because we're going to be covering most of its features in detail today anyway. And it's just so you know, it's by using all of the tools and strategies available within CCR Premium that we were able to generate a large profit, which is in the excess of $135,000 in the past 5 months alone, even with the current bearish markets. And what I want to clarify is that those profits were not just generated by our CCR Auto Trader robot. It's the combination of all of our trading strategies and systems. Okay, so to join our CCR Premium level, all you have to do is click on one of these upgrade buttons over here, which you'll find on the CCR Premium page, and that'll take you straight down to this little form where you can fill out your details and then choose the preferred payment method. Then proceed to make your payment. And once that's done, you'll be given automatic access to the CryptoCoin Rankings Premium members area. All right. So what I do want to show you is, besides the fact that we have the CCR Premium members area, we also have our dedicated CryptoCoin Rankings group on Telegram, which you can join for free, as well as the CCR Elite Club. However, that is by invitation only, and only if you're a paid Elite member. So all the Elite members also gain access to premium features, and we'll be covering all of that in detail today. All right, so let me kick this off by showing you the inside of our CryptoCoin Rankings Premium members area. And to do that, I'm going to I already have the CryptoCoin Ranking members area loaded up here. And this is on the very first overview page. All right, so as soon as you're logged in, this is what you'll see. So if you're brand new to the CCR Premium members area, this is definitely the first page that you should be checking out, because we also have a beginner's tutorial video that shows you everything you need to know about what's included in your premium membership. In fact, our team has basically prepared everything you'd need to not only get started with crypto investing, but also to be successful in trading on cryptos, that is. Okay. Now, the one thing that I definitely want to, lay emphasis on is the fact that besides the wide range of systems and the auto trader and the whole host of tools and services that we provide within the premium members area, the one thing that you should definitely check out is the wall of experts. And that's something I want to jump right into immediately because what you have to understand about CryptoCoin rankings is that it's not just software driven. It's a big friendly family of crypto trader and investors who do this professionally and who make a living by investing in cryptos and following winning systems such as the ones we provide. And we feel privileged and grateful to have been able to build this helpful, close-knit community of successful crypto traders and experts who are here to help you and to, they love to share their tricks, trading strategies, and secrets as well. And this is something you'll immediately see for yourself when you take a look at the wall of experts here in the members area. You can scroll down to see all the tips, hints, and discussions on the most popular coins. You'll notice all of them listed over here under each of the individual tabs. So you can click on those and check out the discussions and whatnot. Remember, we are all here to help you and each other by sharing the hottest strategies, common mistakes, and tips for succeeding in this business. So we're quite sure you'll be amazed by the quality and wide range of services that we provide here in CCR, as well as the precision of our predictions and signals. And all we ask in return is that you contribute to the group as well. Share your success stories, share your questions, your frustrations and fears, and basically help us to help you. Okay. Now, amongst all of the expert services we have, one of the first and most important benefits that we do provide in our CCR Telegram groups is especially in the ELITE group, it's our detailed daily technical analysis and predictions for the day. And that's usually posted on Telegram by our master analyst, Alberto. So let me just give you a quick look at the kind of charts that Alberto takes looks at and does an analysis of. And this is what you'd see in our Telegram group as well. So I'm going to just run through a quick analysis of the BTC chart here, just like Alberto would. This is not only from a short-term perspective, but we're also looking at long-term trends as well. So looking at this end of the chart, okay, we see two scenarios marked out in these blue and green lines. Now, in the last month, when we took a look at a similar chart, Bitcoin was actually consolidating around the $6,000 to $7,000 level. But after the big rally, which brought us from 6.5K to almost $10,000, where we crossed above all the trend lines and EMAs and several pivot lines, now we're experiencing a very strong retracement. So we're crossing back down through all of those levels. We're already below the 20 EMA, the 100 EMA, and 200 EMA, all of which has basically formed a bull trap on our chart. Okay. Now, we would still consider it to be a healthy reversal if it reaches the 50% that's the Fibonacci retracement, and that would be around the $8,200 level. Below that level, we could be shifting the trend downwards, and many of the traders will actually use this retracement level to buy dips, and that's why you would probably expect an aggressive reaction around this Fibonacci level. Now, the reasons why the price has not gone down, or rather above the $10,000 level, is because most people have taken profits near the 10K level where we have more sellers than buyers. And there's still a little bit of a lack of confidence above that level to get fresh new buyers. But if we bounce from 8,200, then we can proceed to try the $10,000 level again. If not, we can find the next support probably around the 7,200 level. But long term, we are very bullish. Now, why do we always insist that Bitcoin's price will grow long term no matter what? No matter where the market goes short term, we are pretty sure the long term price will always point north. And these are the reasons why. Okay. The most simple reason is that it's just a simple fact that the supply of Bitcoins is limited, and that's by design alone. Okay, I mean that's included in the entire blockchain technology that drives Bitcoin. And by 2032, 99% of Bitcoin will have been mined. All right, so that what we basically saying here is that you have a limited pool of Bitcoins in the first place, and once you reach the point where most of it has been mined, then you're basically dealing with that limited pool of Bitcoins to trade with. All right. Now, this may also be shocking to some of us, but out of that entire bunch of Bitcoins that have already been mined, a huge amount of them is already lost. Like you have nearly 4 million Bitcoins that have been lost forever, according to some studies. So basically, we have this market which has a limited amount of sellers. Now, obviously, to sell something, you must own it in the first place. And then, of course, you have an almost unlimited amount of new buyers. And the speed of the buyers is what is, depends on the kind of hype and what we call FOMO. All right. Now, a huge, oh yeah, and lastly, of course, the most important thing, a huge amount of Bitcoin is actually stored, not traded. Okay. I mean, it's a well-known fact that Satoshi is sitting on 980,000 individual Bitcoins. Okay. It basically belongs to Bitcoin's mysterious founder, Satoshi Nakamoto. So as you can see, when the supply of something as valuable as Bitcoin, even if it's just a virtual cryptocurrency, okay, if it's further limited when there's such heavy demand for the crypto, then there's only one way the price can go in the future, and that's up. So when you consider all these factors together, you'll understand why we're so pro Bitcoin. Okay. Now, if you were to take a look at this chart as a holder, you must be wondering, I mean, how does one make profits during such downtrends in the crypto markets? I mean, how do you grow your crypto assets during choppy markets until you're ready to jump in when the next boom starts again? And make no mistake, there will be an upswing sooner or later, as we're already beginning to see today, because markets always operate in cycles, and everyone knows that. So to answer that rhetorical question, I'm going to just dive right in and tell you about our new CCR Auto Trader robot that trades not only on long bullish trends, but is just as profitable during short bear trends as well, similar to what we've been seeing in the markets over the last few months. Now, our latest CCR Auto Trader robot is part of our new Elite and Premium memberships, and we just recently finished upgrading the robot to its latest version 1.1 with improved settings and safety features. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about this later. This week, we'll be accepting the next batch of 50 beta testers. We have a limited number of spots. So to apply for a spot on our beta tester list, you will have to fill out a brief application form. So to get there, just switch to the members area and over here under auto system, sorry. Yeah, so what you'll have to do is just hover over the auto systems tab and then click on trading bot. And when you do that, you'll come to the beta test, the CCR Auto Trader registration form here. Okay. Now, this is one of the best parts of your premium membership. This gives you access to our new unique trading robot that allows you to auto trade your crypto account safely via API. And the best part is you do not have to manually install the robot on your system or leave it running on throughout the trading week. We take away all that hassle and we'll set up the CCR Auto Trader to run on your crypto account on our own VPS servers without any manual intervention from your part. And since the robot will remotely run or trade your account using secure API keys that you'll be generating from your own crypto account, there will be no security risk to your funds because the robot is only allowed to trade on your account and it does not have withdrawal permissions. We will not ever ask you to provide us with withdrawal permissions at all for the robot, okay? All right, so let's quickly talk about the most important points that you need to know about our CCR Auto Trader robot, and we'll also take a quick look at the beta test registration form. This is especially for all of the newbies or people who are yet to join CCR especially if you're interested in allowing our robot to trade on your account. Um, there are a lot of details on the form that we will cover and we'll explain to you so you can understand how you can fill out that form. The first thing you need to know is that our CCR Auto Trader uses mixed trading strategies and it trades both sides of the BTC USD pair. That is, it opens buys as well as sells whenever required. Okay. The robot supports 5 of the most popular crypto exchanges. That's Binance, Poloniex, Bittrex, Bitfinex, and Bitstamp. And out of these, we noticed the best results on Binance and Poloniex, and that's most likely due to their low fees. Out of the entire bunch, though, I will say that we have been experiencing a little bit of trouble with Bittrex. They are still one of our supported crypto exchanges, but what we are noticing is that we're having a lot of trouble with the robot failing on initialization because sometimes the API keys have not been generated with the correct permissions. And also on Bittrex, it seems that IP whitelisting is switched on by default. So that needs to be disabled before the robot can run on your account. Okay. So if you have an account at one of these exchanges and if you're serious about signing up for CCR Auto Trader, then we recommend that you start with a balance of at least 0.1 BTC or its equivalent in USD Feder. Now, currently, our robot trades only on Bitcoin, but we will be adding Ethereum and Litecoin in the near future. The robot will use a small portion of your balance in order to trade either buys or sells and generate profits on the Bitcoin pair. You can control the amount of BTC it trades with using the lots option in the registration form below, and I will explain that to you later as well. Yeah, the one thing that's very important is that CCR Auto Trader is a non-margin trading robot. And what this means is that it will not be margin trading with leverage, which also means that you can never lose more than what you already have in your crypto balance. Okay, so one very important point that we must stress here is that if you choose to sign up for the robot, then you must dedicate the account that you create. You must dedicate that account and its funds to the robot's trading only. Okay, if you have other also cryptos on that account, and if you wish to manually trade on those various cryptos, then we'd suggest that it'd be better for you to open a new account just for the robot, fund it with at least 0.1 BTC, and then fill in the registration form below with all the required account details and the API key details as well. All right. But the basic idea is that if you choose to run the robot, then just leave aside one account for the robot to run on, and just try to avoid manual trading during the time while the robot is actively trading on your account. Now, the robot trades safely with a minimum of only 0.01 lots. That's the minimum size, okay? But we can definitely increase the lot size for you. All you have to do is change the lot size value on the form and just inform us about that, and we'll get that. We'll change that according to, based on a couple of factors, of course. We'll have to take a look at the balance that you have on your account before we make that change. But whatever it is, we always want to make sure that even if there are any changes made on when it comes to your robot settings, it has to be safe for your account. Okay, you can always request us to increase the trades lot size later on, especially if you want to trade more aggressively, and that's entirely up to you. Besides that, the robot also employs various profit-saving mechanisms, such as the stop and reverse feature. I'll just briefly explain what that is. So say, for example, if the robot were to open a buy trade, and it's basically expecting the trend to go long, all right? And in an ideal situation, of course, once it hits the take profit, that particular trade will be closed with an opposite position, which will be a sell. Okay, so the robot basically operates with opposing positions. If it opens a sell, then later on it'll close with a buy. If it opens with a buy, it'll later close with a sell. All right. So what happens in a stop and reverse is that if, say, for example, the market trend were to go against the direction of the trade that the robot was anticipating, there is a certain level at which the robot will basically say, okay, you know what? I think it's time we cut our losses. We're going to cut this particular trade right now and immediately reverse the direction so that it basically attempts to follow the trend that the market is actually going in. And in that sense, it'll also attempt to recover any losses that might have been created from the previous losing trade. Okay. So we have quite a few features like this. The stop and reverse is just one of them. Um, yeah, and if you have any questions about the robot, you can always email us. We now have a separate email address just for robot queries. So just make sure you send us your queries to betatest@cryptocoinrankings.com. Okay, that's betatest@cryptocoinrankings.com. All right, so we already started off with the phase one of the beta test from March 15th onwards, and that went on till the end of April. And around the first week of May was when we started off with the upgrade to the latest version 1.1. And yeah, so we basically had to manually upgrade every single one of our beta testers to the new version, and that took some time, but we finally got there, and we now have more slots available for newbies who want to join us. So if you're excited about having our robot trade on your account, please join us as a premium or elite member, and then fill out this registration form. Okay, and I'm going to take you through this form so you can understand the details that are required of you. All right, so let's take a look at this, the beta test registration form. All right, the first thing that you'll notice over here is that it gives you a few basic details about your existing license, the account that you have with us, and the one thing here that you'll notice is the trading lot size or percent. Okay, so earlier with the very first version of the CCR Auto Trader, it worked with fixed lot sizes, although you could vary that as well. And the minimum lot size that was allowed was 0.01 BTC, or we'll refer to it as 0.01 lots because you remember we're dealing with a non-margin trading robot, which basically means that it's trading at parity. Okay. In other words, the leverage is like 1:1, which you can see here, right? So if I were to say 0.1 lots, it also means that the robot is trading with 0.1 BTC at a time. That's basically its unit of trading. All right. Now, so what we did in version 1.1 is that you are now allowed to, you can either choose to specify a particular a fixed lot size that you want the robot to trade with, or you could go ahead and you could tell us or fill in this form with, say, a particular percentage. So let's say your crypto account has assets of around, say, 0.5 BTC, and if you were to choose 10% over here, it basically means that the robot will be trading with 0.05 lots. Okay, so it's very simple. I mean, this allows you to basically have a dynamic lot management, and the robot does handle that. It also ensures that it doesn't exceed a certain amount because more than anything else, we're always concerned about the safety of your funds more than rather than anything else. We could always go ahead and push this robot to trade aggressively if you want that to be the case, but it's always best to have to stay safe because it also allows you to run. You have to understand this isn't just a sprint. It's like a marathon. Trading is like a marathon, and you have to make sure that you see it through till the end. All right. Okay, so the next one is your preferred crypto exchange, and we have the 5 options here. So out of which the most popular ones are Binance and Poloniex. We do have a few people who join us on Bittrex, Bitfinex, and Bitstamp as well, but by far Binance has the most number of accounts. So over here you have your crypto account number or username. Now, some of these brokers will provide you with an account number, or the username is very simply your email address that you register the account with. But for Bitstamp, you definitely have to provide us with your account username because we cannot launch the robot unless you provide us with the account username as well. Okay, so please keep that in mind. The next one is your account Bitcoin balance. In other words, this will be your Bitcoin assets. Remember, right now, the CCR Auto Trader trades only on the BTC/USD pair. So it'll only consider your BTC or your USD T balance. Okay, it's not going to look at any of the other cryptos or alts that you have on the account. But if you were to trade with those alts and inevitably affect the BTC or USD balance, then it's going to affect the robot's performance as well, which is why we do not encourage manual trading while the robot is active on your account. Okay, so if, let's say, for example, over here on your account, if you have 0.5 BTC, you just simply fill that in here. If it is 0.5 BTC, that's all you need to do, okay? If you do not have any USD funds, please do not enter the USD value of your BTC funds over here. We don't need that, okay? If you've already entered 0.5 BTC, that's fine, okay? You only need to enter the USD amount here if you have extra USDT funds on your account. And it clearly says that over here. Enter the currency amount only if you have extra USD funds in your account that's besides your existing crypto assets. Do not enter the USD value of your existing BTC assets, all right? So we don't need you to calculate the USD value of your 0.5 BTC and enter that here. That's not what we need at all. If you have extra USD funds, then go ahead and enter that here. Otherwise, just leave it at 0. All right. Okay, next thing, initial trade percentage. Now, this is important if you have an account where you're starting off only with either BTC or only USD. If you have a mixed account, let's say, for example, you have 0.5 BTC here, and I have maybe like 2,000 USD. Now, this would be somewhat of a mixed balanced account. If you already have an account like this, then there's no need for you to enter any trade percentage. You can set that to 0, because then what it basically means is that the robot has access to both sides of the pair to be able to trade whichever direction it wants. But if you are starting off with only BTC, for example, then by default, this will be set to 50%. So what that means is once the robot is initialized and launched successfully on your account, it'll take 50% of your BTC assets and sell them in order to create a bit of currency on the other side of the pair. And it'll use that amount as liquidity so that it can go ahead and shift between either side of the pair whenever it needs to either open or close a particular trade, depending on a buy or sell. All right, so there has to be a somewhat balanced amount on both sides of the pair for the robot to be able to perform effectively. And that's what this initial trade percentage is about. It's a one-time trade. It happens only during the robot's initialization, and it's or if there is a shortage of funds on one side of the pair. Okay, that's the only time the robot will ever use this percentage. For regular trading, for each of the regular trades, it'll be using this lot size. Okay, and I hope I'm making this very clear. All right, next up is account leverage. You don't really need to modify this at all because, like I said, this is a non-margin trading robot, so it's going to be fixed at 1:1. Later on in the near future, we might be releasing a margin trading version of the CCR Auto Trader, in which case the leverage that you have on your account will be important, but right now it's not relevant, so just leave it at 1:1. Okay, the most important part, your account API key and secret. These details are basically cryptographic keys that you have to generate within your own crypto account and then provide to us. You'll have to fill out the details over here in the form and then submit them to us, because we need this API key and secret in order to launch the robot successfully onto your account. Otherwise, the robot will not be able to trade. All right. And a very important thing is, other than the API key and secret, also make sure that you have the read permissions and the trade permissions enabled. Also make sure that IP whitelisting is disabled. Okay. Whenever we receive registrations from new beta testers, we send out an email with highly detailed instructions of what's required of you. So all you have to do is just follow that email to the letter and provide us with those details. Make sure that the permissions are correct. Otherwise, it'll result in a wastage of time later on when we attempt to launch the robot on your account. Okay, so please make sure that these API details are done correctly. All right. The last bit is just simply for us to know, what your experience in crypto trading has been like. So you can just choose, if you're a beginner, intermediate, or expert, and then just give us a brief summary of the kind of trading that you've already been into. And we're always interested in having to hear what you have to say. All right. And lastly, we have actually made sure that our main crypto CCR auto trader robot interacts with Telegram. So we provide a simple Telegram bot that will give you updates about the CCR auto trader's results in real time, making it easier for you to track its trading progress over Telegram. So once you've entered your Telegram, username or ID number over here, just submit the form. Okay, just click register, submit it, and then you'll be able to use the Telegram bot on Telegram. So let me show you what that looks like. All right, so here we have the CryptoCoin Rankings Auto Trader, and when you search for this on Telegram, you'll also notice this start function over here. So you just have to click this, all right, and it'll initiate the CCR Telegram bot for you. And there are a couple of functions that you can use, like say, for example, info, which will give you a bit of info about the Auto Trader Telegram bot. And you can use a couple of commands like status or recent signal to check on the status of the most recent trades that the robot has opened on your account. Okay, so all of this is available to you on Telegram, and it makes it very convenient for you to just check in on your robot while you're on the go. Okay, just remember what you need to do in order to initiate this robot is to search for CCR underscore auto trade bot in Telegram. Click start to initiate the robot, and then use any of the commands that I just showed you. All right. So we basically covered everything that you need to know about the CCR Auto Trader and the registration form. Okay, and you must be asking yourself, what do the profit figures of our CCR Auto Trader look like? Well, here's the latest profit equity graph of our updated robot, which over the past 5 months, starting from December 2017 till date, has achieved a profit of approximately $20,000. And that's just in for 4.5 months. Okay, even with the current bearish markets that we've been seeing in 2018. Now, when we say $20,000 profit, what you also have to understand is with this particular variant of the robot, it has two modes of trading. Okay, one is a conservative mode, and the other one is an aggressive mode. So with aggressive mode, and that's something that we don't normally recommend to our members because it can trade at an extremely high frequency, and it can open up several trades within a single day. Right? We normally encourage the conservative mode first, especially for newbies who are starting off with us, and for those of you who who have already been trading with the robot, who've already been beta testing it for a month. If you want to be able to push the robot to its aggressive mode or medium risk mode, please email us at betatest@cryptocoinrankings.com, and we'll basically have to take a look at your account balance, consider how it's been trading on your account, and then we will consider switching the mode. Okay, but please understand that all of this has to be done manually, so you need to be a little patient with us, but we will definitely get it done for you. All right, we want to be able to provide you with more options when it comes down to trading with our robot, but there are certain limitations, and we will be, like I said, our main focus besides profits is the safety of your funds. That's the most important thing, because if you don't have any funds to trade with, then there's no point in using the robot at all. Okay. All right. So Yeah, so like I was saying, that's $320,000 profit, and that's over and above the buy and hold value of Bitcoin over the past 4 months, 5 months rather. Now, these results were obtained by trading our robot, like I said, in aggressive mode at zero point 0.1 lots. And like I said, since we're dealing with leverage at parity, zero point 0.1 lots is equivalent to zero point 0.1 BTC. Okay, if I were to say that I'm trading with one full lot, it means I'm trading with one full BTC. Right? Now, if I were to zoom into the equity graph, you'll notice plenty of peaks and drops along the way. Okay. All right. Now, at any point in time, we are not going to say that our robot is perfect and that it's going to, constantly give you profits every single day, because that's just not possible. All right. So as you can notice over here, we had a nice, uptrend in terms of the profits, and then of course at some point over here it could have been due to the volatility in BTC markets. It dipped for a bit, and then of course the robots start to recover just over here recently. All right, this is bound to happen no matter what. If someone were to tell you that they have 95 to 99% accuracy when it comes down to trading with any system or robot, then I would say that they're lying, most likely. Okay, we have never claimed that our robot is in the 90% range. In fact, even in our first webinar, we clearly stated that the accuracy range is actually between 75% to 80%, sometimes lower, sometimes higher. And that's just normal. It's normal when it comes to an automated trading strategy, because the whole idea is for you to have a completely hands-off approach. Okay, if manual intervention is required, then it is not really automated, is it? It becomes a semi-automated strategy, which is not the case at all. We're allowing the robot to make its own decisions based on technical analysis alone, and that's how it trades. Okay, so we are simply, giving this robot as it is to you, without any fluff, without any hype, and we're telling you that this is what it's capable of. All right, it's up to you if you want to be able to use this, if you want to use this robot in your account. And please remember, the CCR Auto Trader is not the only tool we provide in your Elite and Premium memberships. Okay, it's just one of the major tools that we provide. And I'll be going through the rest of it as well. I'm sorry I'm taking so much time with the robot. It's just something that we need to cover in detail, because it's possibly the most sought after tool or service that we have in CCR Premium and Elite. Okay. Right. So yeah, another thing I wanted to mention is that, now see, if you were to buy and hold, okay, especially during this particular time, let's just say, let me just zoom this out so you can take a look at how this looks over time. And this is over a period of 4.5 months. Okay. So if you were to buy and hold, and the value of your Bitcoin portfolio will basically, experience fluctuations in the actual value of the Bitcoin itself. So if you're the kind of trader who's prone to buy on FOMO, that's the fear of missing out, and if you sell on FUD, that's fear, uncertainty, and doubt, then you're quite likely to continually lose along the way. And it's quite common, to be honest. I mean, I've done it. Most of us have done it at some point in time while trading on cryptos over the past 5 years, haven't we? So it's a very common situation that we find ourselves in, because we're subject to the vagaries of human emotions while trading, and that's the one thing that we attempt to eliminate when we use this robot. That's where CCR Auto Trader comes in. This robot trades with cold-blooded logic, no human emotion. It earns profits 24/7 while you're sleeping, even during the worst of the market dips. And best of all, you don't have to manually run the robot yourself. So all of these reasons put together are the best advantages for letting our CCR Auto Trader trade for you, instead of you simply buying and holding on to your Bitcoins for dear life. Okay, so like I said, if you have any queries or issues related to our CCR Auto Trader, you can reach our tech department for assistance. And when it comes to the robot specifically, please email us at betatest@cryptocoinrankings.com. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is something that we definitely need to get into immediately after CCR Auto Trader. So we're going through all the systems that are available to you inside of the CCR Premium membership area. So I've spoken a lot about our CCR robot, but that's just the start. The robot is just one part of the whole suite of crypto trading tools we have to offer you as a CCR Premium member. And these are exactly the professional tools and systems that our bigger whale clients are using as well. And right at the top of that list is the CCR System Creator. Now, this is a really awesome tool. It's a manual tool, okay? It's not automated in the sense that it cannot run or trade for you. But what you can do is um, you can create your own systems using popular indicators, which are very commonly used in technical analysis. And it's a must-have tool for any crypto trader because with this system tool alone, the possibilities are endless. I mean, you could create as many systems as you can, based on your own ingenuity, your creativity, to put together your technical analysis knowledge and try to create a winning system of your own. And it's completely web-based. So it allows you to create your own crypto trading strategies, and you can even backtest your trading strategy ideas based on actual historical data for 500 of the most popular crypto altcoins. Okay, 500 coins. We have data. We're providing you with data on 500 coins so that you can go ahead and you can create your own strategies for any of them. And you're not limited to just the popular ones like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, or Tron, or or Ripple, or any of those. I mean, you can choose from 500 of the most popular coins. Okay, and the best part is once you've created your new trading system, okay, it'll give you automated notifications. Okay, and you can basically run it, and it'll start giving you signals in real time. Okay, so it's not just a historical analyzer, but it's also an active signal creation tool that can generate real money profits for you. All right, but what you have to remember is this is a manual tool. It's not automated like our CCR Auto Trader. All right, but the beauty is that it gives you the option to create this tool, these systems on your own, and then you can start to receive signals from your own system and then trade off of them. Okay, so let me just quickly show you what that looks like. Okay, here we are. So to find the system creator, what you do is all the most interesting systems that we have to offer are under this menu option, the auto systems main menu option. And under that, you have the trading robot, you have the system creator, and the top systems. So what we're taking a look right now is the CCR system creator. Okay, so and this is what it looks like. You basically have this entire panel, which gives you the most popular currencies. You can click from any of these, but you have an entire list of them here. From like you can choose them from this drop down, and you can set your initial bankroll, the initial crypto assets that you want to trade with. And remember, see, this is basically where you provide details to the system creator for it to simulate the kind of strategy that you have in mind. Okay, and it's going to simulate the trades based off of the indicators that you'll be using as conditions, and it'll start off with this initial bankroll that you specify, right? And you can choose what the trading unit size is. This, when we say unit size, this is similar to the lot sizes that are used by the robot. Okay, it's similar to that. So you can choose as to whether you want the trade unit in terms of USD or in terms of the asset that you're trading on. Okay, so let's say I choose cryptocurrency instead. Okay, and this is on Bitcoin, and I'm setting my unit size to 0.1. So that means every single trade that's generated by the strategy will assume that the lot size is 0.1 units or 0.1 BTC in other words. Okay, and then so you can choose the start and end dates. Now this entire section here is where you will start to play with the actual technical analysis indicators and tools that we've provided to you within the system creator itself. Okay. Now, sharp line move is kind of similar to another very new tool that we introduced recently, which I'm going to talk about as well very soon. But this will allow you to basically detect sharp movements in that particular asset, and then you can trade off of those movements which are detected in the crypto market. Right? I'm going to skip down to the more popular TA. When I say TA, I mean technical analysis. So the most popular TA indicators, and that's the RSIs. You have the MACD, and then you have the Bollinger Bands and Ichimoku. All right. So let's say, for example, let's play around with the RSI. So let's say I want to create this signal or this system off of the RSI alone. And as soon as I do that, I get this entire section where you have a whole host of conditions that you can specify as to how you want the system to generate its signals and trades. So let's say I start off with, I'm using 14% signals, and it's going to be on the daily time frame, or maybe I want to change that to, let's say, I like trading on H4. That's 4 hours. Okay. The time frame value is closing. That's a very common one to use. You can use the open and quite a few other options here as well. Then you have the moving average method. EMA suits me just fine. That's exponential. You can, and again, you have a whole host of these here as well. SMA is simple. W is weighted. So like a whole bunch of these that you can choose from. Now, signals type. This is important. Do you want the system to generate both buys and sells off of this particular indicator alone, or do you want it to generate only buys or only sells? Okay, so obviously when you have a system, you'd want to look at having a balanced approach to buying and selling. So in this particular case, by default, it's both. Now, in that trading mode, you can also choose as to, if the RSI gives you a buy indication, do you buy on the buy signal, or do you want to do the reverse? Do you want to sell on a buy signal, which sometimes can actually be very, very profitable on a ranging market, or if you have a market that has a whole string of reversals that are happening within a very short time frame. All right, so entering to buy but you sell on that particular buy signal means that the system will open a sell trade if the RSI shows that it's a buy. Okay, so in other words, it's like reversing the signal, which is a very common technique that's used not only in crypto trading but in the forex markets as well. All right, so you have like I said, you got like so many of these options to play around with, and this is under one TA indicator alone. You have all the others as well. So if you combine all these, excuse me, and say under Bollinger itself, you have got so many of these options. So you can, you could sit down with this and basically generate a whole bunch of systems on your own. Within an hour itself, you could be playing around with profitable systems. And once you're done, what you could do is you can even save the trend. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that. Basically, let's say, for example, let's go back to RSI alone. Once I'm done with this, what I do is I process this. And remember, we're just playing around with only the RSI. In most cases, using a single RSI is not really profitable on its own. You normally use a combination of RSIs, or you use RSI with an MA or RSI with a MACD, whatever. But just for demonstration purposes, I'm showing you how it is with just a single RSI. Okay, and as soon as it's processed, it gives you this graph, which neatly shows you the performance of that particular strategy over the time period that you had specified over here. If you leave this blank, it means till date. So from whatever starting date till date. All right, and that's what it shows you here. And right below that is this really detailed trades table where the system creator actually lists out each and every single trade that it opens as a result of the system conditions that you specified. Okay, so you can already start to see the power of this tool alone. And once this is done, all you have to do is save the trend. You can specify the trend that you want. Let's say, for example, I'll put this as Alex Tech RSI. All right. And if you don't want to see, once One thing that we definitely encourage is, if you have a nice winning system, it's great if you were to share that with the community. So by default, the trends that you save are actually available to the top systems page, which I'll show you in a minute. All right, but if you want to keep that private, then you can go ahead and you can check this option. All right, so go ahead and just save that off, and then it gets saved. Once that's done, oops, that's already existing. All right, I already created this before, so you get the basic idea. So just go ahead and save it, and once it's available to you, all you have to do is leave. Let's say, for example, if you've just created this system, all you have to do is leave this page open to you. All right, and while it's open, it's actually running in the background, and it's going to generate signals for you. So if there is an active signal later on, it's actually going to pop up within the browser as a push notification, and you'll be able to use that particular active signal to trade based off of your own signal, your own system which you just created. Okay. So the systems, like I said, the systems that you create over here under System Creator will also be listed under this one, Top Systems, if it falls under the Top System category. And this is what it'll look like. Okay. So we have top systems over here. And this is also a list of all the top 100 systems with a rating, which allows you to also check out its past performance, and also provides you with real-time signals, just like I said earlier. So this is a really convenient way for you to choose. Let's say, for example, if you think you're not much of an expert and you'd rather follow someone else who's created a winning system, you can do that directly from this page, from the top 100 systems. You don't have to use the system creator to create your own system. Okay, so all you have to do is just scroll down through this entire list of systems that are available to you. And then let's say, for example, you like the look of a couple of them. Let's say I like the way this graph looks, right? It's pointing up. So that's good just for now. And you can see that it already has 4 active signals for today. So what you can do is simply right click and open this in a new tab. All right. And let's see, I'll take a look at another one. Just for the heck of it, we'll see. All right, let's try this one, Zcash. All right, that was created by another one of our developers. Okay, so I'll open that in a new tab. And here what happens is that particular system becomes available to you with its signals. So let's see here, you have active signals, okay, which are signals which apply to today. All right, so you can use these signals to go ahead and open trades based off of these recommendations, and it'll show you past signals from that very same system as well, along with the equity graph, the performance graph, and yeah, all of the details regarding the funds that are involved. Okay. All right. So you see, I mean, you see the wide range of systems that's made available to you just through the system creator and top systems alone. All right. I mean, this itself pays for like half of your membership already. I mean, you can go ahead and you can create hundreds of systems on your own and use them to your own advantage. And you can be trading off of any number of cryptos that you like. So you don't have to be limited to any of the popular ones, like I said. All right, so we've covered quite a bit of that. Oh yeah, so what I'm excited to show you is this really cool new tool that we created, which is called the whale watching tool. All right, so this you'll find this under the top 100 currencies menu option, and right over here is the whale watching alert. And let me see, yeah. So I have this here, the whale watching tool. Okay, so I know it sounds funny, but it's basically a special bonus tool that allows you to track the movements of the large whale Bitcoin wallets, which you'll find from the top 100 richest BTC wallet list. And the system automatically trades movements of huge sums. Okay, so it's basically alerting you to smart money moves within the Bitcoin market. And the idea behind it is that people who have thousands of Bitcoins are usually well equipped with fast information about upcoming pumps or dumps, and they always buy and sell at the right time. So with the aid of these alerts, you can actually start to follow their money. Okay, in most cases, it turns out to be profitable. So what this does is, we'll take a look at the whale watching tool over here, and what it does is it lists out, okay, all of these Bitcoin addresses, all right, and if we have information about what that's associated with, you will see that listed over here in this column, all right, and how much of BTC has been moved out from that particular wallet within this day itself. And you can see the amounts are huge, all right? These are not small amounts at all, okay? A lot of these might be wallets that belong to exchanges. So here's what you can do. If you want to exclude those, what you can do is choose this option, exclude exchanges. And as soon as you do that, you're basically looking at addresses that belong mostly to either individuals who are whales, who have huge Bitcoin balances, or you're dealing with the Bitcoin pool funds, all right? Or people or institutions that are basically providing funds which are that large in terms of the funds that they have available to you. Okay, so these funds are actually moving out of these wallets. So take a look at just the entries for today from these non-exchange wallets. All right, you'll see the majority of them are sells, and these are huge amounts. These are actual BTC amounts, right? So that's 15,745 BTC. Okay, that number is mind-boggling. At one point in time, maybe in 2010, it might have been nothing, but you can imagine how much of money this represents right now. Take a look at this. That's 26,343. All right, so can you see the power of this tool as well? It allows, so you say, for example, if you're not interested in following systems that are based off of technical analysis alone, you could use this tool. You could just simply follow the whales, all right, and make some money while you're at it. So, I mean, I can't emphasize how important these and how cool these tools and systems are. And we make all of these available to you as a CCR member. Okay, if you're an Elite member, you get access to the premium membership area by default. Okay, all right. So yeah, so we took a look at the whale watching tool. I love the name of this tool, by the way. So now, besides that, yeah, something I definitely want to talk about is this really important article. Like, we were talking about pumps and dumps. So you should actually take the time to read this when you can, okay? And you'll also find tons of useful articles and posts on our blog page, which you will find over here, okay? You see the blog link? If you click that, you will be taken to our main blog. But I want to basically show you this article, the pump and dump article. All right, so I'll quickly read this out to you. So when I started off in crypto, I was scammed badly, and I joined so many pump and dump premium groups, and I was losing, while the admin kept posting fake screenshots of big wins. And then finally, I understood why these pump and dump schemes weren't working. And this is what the ugly truth is. So you take a look at this. The the scamming admin is basically leading you on. Okay, he goes ahead and he buys it at a low price over here, and then sends out a signal to his group later on, and then they start pushing the price up to the point where he sells before anyone else does, and he starts making money off of the very same people or members that he has in his list. And people actually do this. There are admins like who do this. Okay, so you have to be careful about this kind of stuff because it happens in the crypto scene. So you have to be. It's just something that we wanted you to be aware of. So when you find the time, just go through our blog posts. There's so many of them, very useful ones, a lot of information, and we'll talk about that a little later as well. Okay, so we just have just a few more tools that I want to quickly cover. Okay, we have the special social volume and sentiment, the sentiment tool. Okay, so this is actually a really cool bonus tool that we provide to our premium and elite members. and it's closely related to all the stuff we've been talking about so far. To access the social sentiment tool, what you do is you go to the top 100 currencies and then click social sentiment over here. Okay. What we're doing here is we use live data from Twitter, Reddit, Google Trends, Facebook, and Solium to calculate and analyze social media volume and sentiment comparison to the price of cryptocurrencies. And then the system automatically gathers the top tweets on each currency and then lets you track and analyze the dependency of the price and social media volume. Now, recent studies have shown that the price of a crypto directly depends on the social volume and the level of its public interest. So you can also set alerts to see which coins get a spike in social volume and sentiment within the last 24 hours. The system also allows you to sort the coins the way that you want. All right. We also have something like a currency ranking. You can click on the charts to zoom in if you want, and the recent top three tweets are also displayed automatically. If they're not in English, then the Google Translate button will appear, and you can use that to basically find out what the tweet was all about. So this social sentiment tool is also very closely linked to another Telegram bot that we have called the Crypto Sentiment Alerts bot, and that's on Telegram. So once you find the social sentiment tool page, you'll notice this option over here. It says Get Crypto Alerts from the bot for Telegram. So just all you have to do is just click this, and then you'll be added to the Crypto Alerts Telegram channel. And what this does is we have a bot which gives you alerts based on social sentiment alone. All right. So this will basically alert you every time there's a spike in social interest in a particular crypto. All right. And that can be also very useful. And you can see how that is also indirectly related, directly or even indirectly related to the whale watching tool that I showed you earlier. Because at the end of the day, it is an indirect measure of the interest, and that also means it's proportional to the amount of volume of trading that will happen on that particular crypto. I hope I made that clear. Okay, so besides this, we also have the crypto calendar and insider news. Again, you'll find this under top 100 currencies, insider news. Okay, so this is just basically a quick search engine that allows you to get access to the database of upcoming important news for any of the thousands of supported coins that we offer here. Just all you have to do is find out all about the upcoming big events or airdrops, big announcements, wallet updates, listings on big exchanges, forks, and all the other price boosting events. Okay, so this is just more of like a news calendar, and it turns out to be very useful for people who are interested in when it comes down to crypto fundamentals. Besides all this, very similar to how I showed you, I showed you as to how the system creator can create systems based off of TA indicators. You can have just, you can go ahead and you can take a look at just the indicators alone. And what this does is it shows you, like say for example, you have market trends, and this is something that serious crypto traders will love. So it's a set of essential indicators for technical analysis, such as Ichimoku, the Bollinger Bands, the Fibonacci, RSI, MACD, and market trends that not only analyze past market data, but also gives you real-time smart money signals on the chart. So you notice these arrows over here? It's actually giving you signals that you can follow, okay? And as you scroll down, you'll see the change in trends over here as it's indicated on that particular chart. Now, this is market trends on Bitcoin. You can choose from any of these coins. And so you see the power of this as well. This is just based off of technical analysis alone. You're not creating a system with it, but you're just using only that indicator and just that indicator alone to follow your own, what do you say, like signals, which are based off of that chart. Okay. Finally, what I definitely want to talk about is the top 100 currencies over here. Now, to reach this page, just click on top 100 currencies itself. It isn't a sub menu option. Just click directly on that main menu option itself, and it will take you to this page. So this is basically yet another bonus for the serious long-term investor. And it's what we call the Weisenberg and Stallman ratings. So you must be wondering what that's about and how are they calculated. So you notice these ratings which are listed on under this column here, the second column, the rating column. Okay. So what exactly are the Weisenberg and Stallman ratings? The goal of these ratings is to basically help investors to make an educated decision about risks and rewards for each cryptocurrency by grading them from A to D. And each currency is analyzed using risk index, a reward index, fundamentals, and a technology index. In a bid to thoroughly evaluate risks, we also take into account the price fluctuations and recent crashes. And these are proprietary formulae that were developed by Dr. Weisenberg and Stallman, who are experts in the stock and crypto market trading. The ratings are fully automated, they're unbiased, and they're updated automatically. And see, what this does is it basically gives you ratings for that particular currency, and what it also does is it gives you a long-term price prediction, which you will see in this last column. Okay, so if let's say the current price of BTC at the moment is 8,281, and based off of these ratings, along with a couple of other factors, it calculates what the potential prediction or predicted price will be 1 year from now. So in May 2019, it's predicting that the price will be around this level. Okay. Now that doesn't mean to say that that's the only level it'll reach. You know how Bitcoin is. It can go through major, leaps and bounds. So it could go as high as something like, like $20,000 and still bounce back down to this level. So it's not saying that this is the highest price. It's the price that you will most likely see in May of 2019. So exactly 1 year from now. And it provides this prediction for all of these cryptos listed here, along with the Weisenberg ratings on the side. Okay, so talking about predictions in itself. Okay, when we talk about predictions for the coming year, what is it that we see in the near future? And despite the recent bearish behavior, like I said, we are totally pro Bitcoin and we have a positive outlook for the crypto. So just to give you a bit of perspective, take a look at this comparative chart of Amazon's market price over the past decade in comparison to what it is like with Bitcoin. And we know how Bitcoin's been going down for months. It's been going up and down, but it's just getting ready for the very next leap. And it's very similar to where Amazon was at a few years ago, around 2014 to 2015. So you see this circle over here, okay? And notice how the price fell at the beginning of that year, and then it kept ranging for months, and then finally it bounced back. And from that point on, I mean, it was just one straight trend up. Okay, of course you will have reversals like these in between. That's to be expected in any healthy market. You will have reversals like this every now and then, and it's just the way the game goes. All right, all you have to do is make sure that you calculate your risks. Okay, that you basically manage your risk well and anticipate such reversals along the way. All right. So this is what we say. I mean, we feel it's the same for Bitcoin. We're comparing it to Amazon just to show you what it's like. I mean, people would never have imagined that Amazon would have jumped to that kind of a price, but it did. And it's the same case with Bitcoin. And nobody would have anticipated that at first, at least. No one assumed that it would have jumped to $20,000. But now we know where it can reach. It might be ranging right now, but like I said, we're already pro Bitcoin. So I wouldn't be surprised if this crosses not only the $20,000, but even past the $50,000 level as well. That's just me personally. Okay, one last thing before we get into frequently asked questions. We just started off this top system contest for our CCR members, and it's based off of the system creator. So this is just simple, good fun, especially for our expert system creators amongst our members, people who'd like to, flex their technical analysis muscles and create systems of their own. And you can actually participate in this contest. So who can participate? Any Elite or Premium member, and it's broken down into two phases. So the first phase is where any Premium member can develop and submit his system. That's from May 1st to 31st. That's this month. And each system submitted during this phase will automatically take part in the next phase. And each member can submit up to 10 systems. All right. In the second phase, that's where a live trading battle will commence. And that's basically where your system will be tested and pitted against other systems that are trading during the same time period as well. So whoever comes up top during this contest, okay, will win the prize. So yeah, so I'll just read this out to you. During this phase, all the systems developed previously during phase one will go through live trading, and the best systems will win the prize. No, not that girl. I mean the cash prize. Okay, so we have these different categories. You have the top automated robot, never lose robot. When we say robot, we mean system basically. So Mr. Stable and best ROI, that's return on investment, best profit chart, all of this stuff. So they have these different categories that you could win based depending on how good your system is. All right, so please feel free to check this out. This is also listed under our blog. Just go straight to the blog and you'll find out more about the top system cash contest. Okay. I'll have to thank whoever's still on the call for hanging in there. We're covering a lot of material today. The last time we ran the webinar, we got a lot of interesting questions from people, and it tends to happen that many of those questions could get repeated. So what I want to quickly do is, before we come to the end of the webinar, I want to get into this final FAQ session, basically, and cover some of the frequently asked questions that we get from newbies and members alike. So please pay close attention to these FAQs. And if you have any other question that's not listed here, then we'll give you the opportunity to pose your question during the question and answer session afterwards at the end of this webinar. Okay, so let me just quickly read through this. What is the difference between premium and Elite membership? Okay, so our premium membership is the most affordable membership for people who are just getting started in crypto trading, and it gives them access to the main member area sections, all of which I already demonstrated to you. I showed it to you. The wall of experts, the blogs, where traders and investors can share their trading strategies and secrets, and all the automated tools, systems, and the CCR Auto Trader robot as well. The upgrade to Elite Club is more expensive because it not only gives you access to this entire premium members area, but you also get access to the closed Elite Club Telegram group, which is by invitation only. Okay, and the Elite Club on Telegram includes all our live manual signals, which are completely different from the kinds of signals that you'll find within the premium members area. Okay, the Elite signals are a class apart. And then you have daily crypto tips and news and many other cool features which are included within your Elite membership. So if you can afford to pay for Elite, then go for it. Otherwise, if you prefer to keep your costs low, you can join in as a premium member and then check out our all the features that we showed you. All right. So how do I get the CCR Auto Trader? Does the premium membership include the robot? Like I showed you, just to sign up as a beta tester for the CCR Auto Trader, uh, you have to basically sign up as a premium or Elite member. But here's the thing: you need to be either on the yearly or lifetime memberships. Okay. The simple reason why we are not encouraging the monthly memberships for people who want to check out the CCR Auto Trader is because the costs involved to run this robot on our own VPS servers and to have to launch instances of this robot for every single one of our beta testers is not a small amount. It's not a small cost. All right, so the monthly plans are not going to cover those costs at all. So if you want access to our auto trader, please join in as a yearly or lifetime member. Okay. Now, how much do I need to start off? If you're trading with CCR Auto Trader, like we said, you would need to fund your crypto exchange account with at least zero point 0.1 BTC or its equivalent in USD currency. Which are the supported brokers and which ones are profitable with the robot? I mentioned this earlier. Sorry about that. The supported exchanges are Binance, Poloniex, Bitfinex, Bitstamp, and Bittrex, out of which Binance and Poloniex are the most profitable, especially considering their lower fees. And out of this entire bunch, Bittrex is the most inconvenient. I wouldn't say that the robot doesn't work with it. We still support Bittrex. It's just that it turns out to be inconvenient because we have had many instances where the robot simply fails even though the APIs have been created properly. Okay, so just putting it out there, if you have a Bittrex account, we'd suggest that you keep that for manual trading. What you could do is take out part of your funds, open a Binance or a Poloniex account, and fund that account. Then provide us with the API keys from the new account. You can keep your Bittrex account for manual trading, no problem at all. All right, can you run the CCR Auto Trader on multiple exchanges because I have an account with more than one? Or can I switch between accounts during the beta test? The simple answer is no. You are allowed to run the CCR Auto Trader on only one crypto account per license, okay? So it's also, like I said earlier, it's also best if you were to dedicate the account solely for the robot and to avoid manual trading while the robot is actively trading on your account. However, if we face trouble with launching the robot on your account for any reason, then you may switch to another broker and we will assist you with the transition to your alternate account. But at the end of the day, what we're saying here is that you cannot, if you were to apply as a beta tester, you can only apply for one account at a time. All right. You can't ask us to run the robot on your Binance and Poloniex account at the same time. That's just not going to happen. We will allow only one account per license. Okay, now how can I link the CCR Auto Trader with my account? Do I need to leave my system on throughout the day, throughout the week for the robot to operate? And like we said, no, basically no external installation is required from your end. You will not be using your own system in any case because we will be installing the Auto Trader on our own server VPSs, and then we link it to your account with the API key secret pair that you will provide to us, through the robot registration form. So once the robot is launched, it'll run remotely and it'll trade automatically on your account without any manual intervention from your end. But if you want to change any of its settings, such as the lot size or the trading mode, then you can contact us with your request at betatest@cryptocoinrankings.com. Please remember that. It's betatest@cryptocoinrankings.com specifically for the robot. If you have other general technical queries, you can always reach us at techsupport@cryptocoinrankings.com. Now, can I use an exchange account that holds altcoins for AutoTrader? I'm not using this account for BTC or alt trading, just holding some alts. Yeah, see, the thing is you can use an account that holds other altcoins, but like I said earlier, you should not be manually trading with those alts, especially if such trading would affect the BTC and USD balances on your account. So, just to avoid any of those messes, it's just safer not to manually trade on your account once you've already submitted your details to us for the robot to be linked to your account. And once the robot is launched, there should be no manual trading from your end at all. Okay. All right. So, and what kind of profits did the Auto Trader bot make? We started with a balance of 1 BTC, which is approximately $10,000 then, and the profits obtained by our robot was close to, this was from the last month, 21,000 over 4 months. With the recent dip, it's actually closer to 20,000. We're being completely honest about that. All right, there was a dip during from around May 1st or so, but we're not worried about it because it is an automated strategy, and these dips will happen from time to time. So once that particular period is done, then it'll go through an entire completely different period where it'll have a string of winning trades, and that's where you'll start to see the profits coming in. A lot of people get confused. Some people were asking if we made $75,000 with the robot alone. We really need to clarify this because I don't know where people are getting, why they're getting confused about this. We clearly stated that the robot by itself yielded 20,000 over the past 5 months. Okay, the figure 75,000 is including all the profits that were generated from all of the other systems and signals that I showed you earlier, and that's while trading at high Bitcoin lot sizes. Okay, when it comes down to creating these particular profits, we were trading aggressively, and like I said, we don't encourage our customers to trade aggressively because it's more important for you to have to maintain your account funds than to lose it. Okay. All right, guys. So that's basically everything we have to show you inside our CCR Premium Members area. And now it's your time to take action and grab the whole, grab the bull by the horns and take control of the situation. We really want you to succeed and get the results you're striving to achieve. We want to hear your success stories on crypto investing that's worked out for you and how CCR has helped you to achieve your financial goals. And just so you know, since we've opened up the slots for more robot beta testers, the prices are discounted right now during the beta test period. And the next 50 beta testers who join us today will be able to take advantage of our special discounted price. Okay, so to get started with your premium membership, like I showed you earlier, please go to this link. That's cryptocoinrankings.com/premium. All right, and that'll take you to the same page I showed you earlier, which is here. You have to just simply click on any of the upgrade buttons, this one, and it'll take you down to this form, fill it out, okay? And then you can choose which of these options you'd want to sign up with, and also which crypto you'd prefer paying through. You also have the option to pay by credit card, but I'm guessing most of the people that we have amongst our members are active crypto traders and investors. So, these options, we provide these options to make it convenient for you as well. So once you fill out the form, choose the payment method you prefer, and then proceed to make your payment. And once it's done, you'll be given automatic access to the CryptoCoinRankings members area and all the premium tools that we mentioned and show you. All right, guys, so that's about it. We're now at the end of this webinar, and we're going to start off the Q&A session. I'm going to activate the question section here on the side so you can type your queries into the question box. I know that a lot of you will have questions that have been pending from maybe the last webinar, or there have been doubts that you've had. If it's questions related to the robot specifically, and if they're advanced questions, please email us at betaTest@cryptocoinrankings.com. Okay. If they're general queries, then it's tech support, and if it's related to billing, then it's support@cryptocoinrankings.com. We have the addresses over here. Okay. We're gonna just quickly take a look at the questions that you have for us, and we may not be able to answer everyone's questions today, obviously. We'll pick out some of the ones which are more pertinent, and we'll address them here. If there are any other questions, you can always email us. Okay, let's take a quick look. Let me see if I can. Okay, Shahid has an interesting question. What is the average starting account balance for the beta testers I see on the website? Okay, so like we mentioned, for the results that we demonstrated, that was starting with a balance of 1 BTC while trading at 0.1 BTC, and The reason why we kept it that low is also because the robot was trading in an aggressive mode. Did that include? Sorry, Bruce. When you say did that include Elite manual trades, are you talking about the $75,000 that we mentioned? Yes, it does. It includes the Elite signals as well as signals that were generated by our top systems page. Ali Raza, we will definitely send you information on the question that you asked us. Um, we are still gathering testimonials from our testers because this beta testing phase is still not yet done. Okay, and I'm being very upfront and honest about this. Uh, it's not the robot is not at a point where it's completely finalized yet. We still have lots of improvements to make, and that's something that'll only happen while it's trading live. We'll get to see how it's operating. And while this is going on, we are collecting information and testimonials from our beta testers as well. Um, wow, William, that is a really large question. Can you please email us with your query, please? Because that's not something that we can address over here quickly. All right, we just want to take a quick look at questions that we can address for the benefit of all our members here, and it needs to be done, nice and quickly. Just give me a moment here. Let me see if I can. Okay. Patrick, if you sign up as a regular member and pay 3 months upfront, we see, like I mentioned earlier, if you're only on just the monthly membership, then no, that wouldn't be possible. So please consider upgrading to a higher plan, or just email us at tech support at cryptocoinrankings.com, and we'll consider your case. And you need to have. Okay, William, to answer that question quickly, you said that the last time you were here, we didn't say that you needed to have a yearly plan. That's because at that point in time, when we started off with our beta testers, we had a limited number of people, and we opened up our membership to everyone. So anyone who joined us at that point in time got access to our robot. But like I said, it's running these robots is not it's not a cheap affair. So we are placing this additional condition now. No problem, Shahad. Thank you. Thank you for being here on the webinar with us. John Paul, sure, we'll be glad to give you information if you're interested in promoting. Could you please email us at tech support, and we'll send you more information as to how you could join us as an affiliate. Let me see that. Jay? Yes, of course, Jay. We accept members from not only the states, but from every country basically. Because see, when it comes down to crypto trading, there aren't any restrictions at all. So please feel free to go ahead and join us. Stuart, you can answer. You can figure that out by just very quickly calculating. If, say, for example, the approximate value of one BTC is $8,200 right now, that's just an approximation. So 0.1 would be $820. Um, sure thing, Nick. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ali Raza, please email us regarding that question. We'll be glad to address that for you. Thomas Muck, that's a very good question. How many trading signals do you send per month with your signal service? And how is your statistics of the signal service from the last 6 months? We actually have a page with the details and trading performance of our Elite signal services. We can send that to you. So just email us and we will send you that link so you can check it out for yourself. And I would say on a daily basis, you have at least uh, 3 to 5, no, I'd say 2 to 5 signals from different cryptos per day. Okay, that's per day. And I'm saying that I'm highly generalizing over here. Sometimes we have more, sometimes we have less. Okay. Augustine, excuse me. Um, Augustine, I'm not really sure what exactly you're asking here. Could you please email us at tech support regarding the strategy using our robot with a combination of indicators? Yeah, I mean, our robot is definitely a technical analysis robot. Um, I will mention this over here on the webinar because we don't mention this otherwise. Our robot works on a combination of various TA indicators, the most common of which are RSIs, MAs, and the CCI. Okay, it uses a combination of these. Alex, that's a really great idea, and I think you might have sent us an email about it. We've sent in that suggestion to our development team, and they're seriously considering it, but I don't expect it to be up and running anytime soon, at least not immediately. But if it does happen, you will definitely know about it. Okay, we will definitely inform all of our premium and Elite members about auto trading on that level. Andreas, when you say all signals, are you referring to the Elite signals? Elite signals are definitely delivered via Telegram. Okay, everything happens on the Telegram group. You'll find all of our signals and tips and hints within the Elite club on Telegram, but that's only if you join us as an Elite member. Sure, Tom. You can definitely start off with $1,500. Just email us and join us. If you're not already a member, just join us. You can start off as a premium member and fill out the registration form as I demonstrated on this webinar. Make sure you fill in all your details. If you're starting off only with $1,500, let's say that's a little less than what, point 0.2 BTC, just approximately. Okay, so that's a good amount to start with, not a problem at all. We can definitely get the robot running on your account. So just email us and we'll help you further with that. Let me see what else I missed. Um, Trying to cover as many questions as I can. Yes, Patrick, we're definitely going to have a replay of this. We're going to have a recording of this webinar, so it'll be made available later on. Mm. Okay, so I think that's all the time that we have for today. We've we've definitely like exceeded the amount of time that we had allotted for this webinar. But I really thank all of you here for staying with us and being patient and going through the entire webinar with us through the entire presentation. If you have any further questions, if it's related to general or billing, please email us at support@cryptocoinrankings.com. If it's a technical issue, tech support. And if it's queries that are specifically related to the robot, please email us at betatest@cryptocoinrankings.com. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate you taking the time out to attend our webinar. And as a last reminder, I just want to say this, this is the time for you to get in on all of the crypto trading action with our CCR premium membership, and especially with our robot. It's 2018, and we're already past the first 5 months of this year, and there's lots more money to be made in these crypto markets. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines and you haven't started crypto trading yet, then we'd encourage you to dive right in with our CryptoCoinRankings premium or Elite memberships. Okay? We really hope you'll join us on this profitable journey in 2018 and for many more years to come. So you guys take care and have yourselves a lovely day. Bye for now.